beyond the halfway point now. Eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They'll throw 3rd and long. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. New set of downs from 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Harvey headed right. And they drop him after just a yard. 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the defense making a play on this opening series. That one is knocked away, and that brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You could see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Completed left side to Samuel. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
At their own 25-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now running here with Jaden Blue. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that.
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When they were in our defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
6 defensive backs out there. Broncos going dime here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Finds a seam down the middle. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught by the rookie from Texas A&M. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
This is Ingram looking left side. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for Broncos 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a toss. This is Harvey. Still has some space inside the 35. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
There's a dive up the middle. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Yeah! There we go!
Here from the pistol. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know how we hear about teams that quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Third down run with Blue. And he couldn't do a whole lot there. Minimal yardage picked up to the 27. A few yards on the run, but a tough spot upcoming. We've got 3rd and 12.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Dak off the play fake. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Prescott now off the play fake. It's caught by Wilson. And the Broncos corral it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
Hey, a normal old stop on 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinton Williams. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now it's McCarthy. And he'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Denver.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
At the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. It's a big strike downfield to Samuel. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Giving this to Harvey. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos pull out in front further, 13-zip. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now to return it. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Blue. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
There we go. 26.
The give on 2nd here to Blue. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
1st down, here's Dak. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Up the middle, Blue. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Offense in the hurry up here.
3rd down and 5.
Hey, two. 26.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 26.
They'll start the drive with Blue. Cuts right. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys start to fight back with their 1st points in this game.
You know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play call, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They give up the middle to Harvey. It's a solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the...
And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Yeah, here we go. 20.
Shotgun snap, they give to Blue. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Prescott. Complete out to the right. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Yeah, 26.
And he gets the handoff. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, he called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And that return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half.
At their own 19-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Here's a design run. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now to return it. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
There you go. 26.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. In on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Yeah, here we go. 20.
Dak now from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
7 yards. First down.
First down from the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Going with Blue here. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
What do you think?
Prescott here from the gun. Lays out left side and gets it. A pickup of 17. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
On first down, it's Blue. That's a solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Offense is set, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Blue. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Shotgun handoff to a body conduct. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive.
Here we go, boy.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. This from 30 yards out. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. It's Harvey straight ahead. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for Broncos first down.
That's good for Broncos first down.
Dive play straight ahead. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grass for one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. This was not hit well. It's headed for that sideline. So he sends this one out of bounds, and that's going to put the upcoming drive at the 35-yard line.
Their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
On his own read, they hand it to Blue. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, here we go.
Blue running to the right. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line. So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now it's blue. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Bronco. And jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
1st and 10 from the 43. There's a dive up the middle. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. Out wide to Brown. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Throw finds his back. Harvey. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Nixon now to return it. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
At their own 27-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go, Friday!
Handoff running left. It's blue. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they've set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Yeah!
A 3rd down run with blue. And he stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that run puts him right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. You could tell, just look at him down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work, too.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So it's going to be 4th and short. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Here we go, foot. Yeah!
The give, it's blue. They blow this play up. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, check that. Let's go.
Harvey once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
3-yard pickup. And it's
Play action, McCarthy. Bails out of the pocket quick. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Aubrey puts it through, and that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Nixon now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They're not going to give him an inch on this 2nd down play. Good job containing that run right at the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll throw 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Here we go.
Prescott takes off with it. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield on their own side. Clock is working against them as they hurry up to the line. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Down the field, he's got Lamb. Gets it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space, and he catches out.
Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Here we go. What do you think?
Dak to the air here. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Here we go.
Desperation time here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Hey, in this situation, why not? I'll just go ahead and go for 2 here.
The Cowboys will line up for the
One final shot here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And all he's able to do is get them a touch more space to the 4.
Broncos 27, Cowboys 13.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Fields this one at the 3. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. Yet another win for them, Brock. And now, I don't know, are they talking about it? Are they thinking about it but not talking about it? They're officially over halfway now to a perfect season.
Yeah, I don't think they're talking about the 72 Dolphins yet or the 07 Patriots, but I do think they're believing. They're believing they can find ways to win, and they're doing it every single week.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners.